What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another week's show on the KSPN TV Sports Center. So here we have Laborio Godino as a co-host, and then we also have a special guest, Josh Mechanic. And then also in the background, we have Bob Allen, the executive producer. But how you doing today, Laborio?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about you, Josh?
I'm good, thanks.
All right. So let's take a week. What happened last week? Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, so as you may recall from last week, they're going to play the Academy Barons, I believe, 4 times last week. And that was actually the last place team. So the Conejo Oaks were definitely looking to get these wins. And as we are going to see here, they played on Tuesday. They played on the 18th, in which they won 12-6. They played them again in the game in which they actually lost a close one, 7-6. Then they played on the 21st, in which they actually won 12-7. And the final time that they played them, they lost 7-2. So they had a 2-2 record against them. And then they played the Philippines national team, which we talked about that game more last week. And they actually won that game 8-4.
Dang. So how does this affect them? Like, where they at now?
Yeah, so we're gonna see the standings right now, which the Santa Barbara Foresters are still in first place with a 21-9 record. Then we have the Orange County Riptide with an 18-13 record, the Arroyo Seco Saints with a 7-13 record, Conejo Oaks with the 14-16 record, San Luis Obispo Blues with 13-16 record, and the Academy Barons with 7-23 record.
Man. And what about the North Division? Let's take a look at those.
Yeah. So here we have, once again, the Harrodsburg Prune Packers with a 24-6 record in first place. The Walnut Creek Crawdads with a 21-8 record. Lincoln Potters in third with a 15-14 record. Sonoma Stompers with a 13-16 record. And the Solano Mudcats with a 5-25 record.
Dang. Let's take a look at the standings. Let's take a look at what other games they have coming up.
Yeah, and this is an interesting week because these are the last league games of the season in which it's going to start on Tuesday when they play the Santa Barbara Foresters. Then they play them on Thursday, in which once again against the Foresters. Then on Friday and Saturday against the Foresters again. And then on Sunday is going to be the last game against the Academy Barons. And Tuesday is when the wild card round will start.
It's crazy. So just games they got to win and got to compete in, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Josh? What are your thoughts on this, like being the actual pronouncer out there?
Well, it's remarkable that right now the Oaks are looking like they're going to get that last playoff spot with having an 8-game losing streak, struggling a lot throughout the summer. But as of right now, they're a half game ahead of the Blues, who have played one less game. So worst case for the Oaks, they go into this week even with the Blues, and then it's just on them. It's up to them. They have to win. 4 against the Foresters is tough, but it's not like the Foresters in years past where they're unbeatable. And if the Oaks can play well against the Foresters and then beat the Barons on Sunday, they're looking good to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and we need them to get in the playoffs. Let's hope for that.
Yeah, definitely. Last year they made it all the way to the championship. So if they just get in the playoffs, they have a chance to make a run.
Yeah, redemption. Anything to add, Laborio?
No, I just hope, just like you guys said, we hope for this to be a positive week. And when we see the Conejo Oaks, once we do the recap next week, to talk about their playoff game.
And you guys already know we're going to bring you this show again next week, and we'll bring you the updates of what happened this week. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.